Hello everybody, this is Dr. David Cole. It's Sunday evening, August 20th. Most of you will be seeing this, I hope, on Monday the 21st, which is the first day of school. And this is Political Science 1013, American Government and Politics, for the fall 2023 term, the first 8-week schedule, first 8-week half term. All right, so we wanted to just go over some of the course requirements and talk a little bit about what we're doing right here at the beginning, leading up to an exam in a couple of weeks. Everybody, there will be 4 exams, and in addition to that, a set of discussions and a term paper. One of those grades will be dropped. Everyone has to take the final. Of the other 5 grades, 1 will be dropped. So your grade will be figured on the basis of 500 points on the 90, 80, 70, 60 scale. Look closely at the syllabus. It discusses your textbook, which you can obtain from the online bookstore. You can earn an attendance bonus by taking part in all the discussions. We hope to have some extra credit opportunities for you. In fact, we're going to have a couple of those this week here, right at the beginning of the term. The 8-week schedule moves along quickly. You can expect an exam every couple of weeks. So we don't have much time to spare. We've got to squeeze everything we can into these 6 weeks. 8 weeks. 4 exams, a term paper, which you can choose to do or not. It's optional, but by not doing the term paper, you would lose a chance to drop a grade. There'll be 5 discussions worth 25 points each, and the best 4 out of 5 will be counted. You're asked to post during the discussion at least twice over a 48-hour period, and the first of those will be coming up next week. All right, so that's the course requirements in a nutshell. 500 points, 4 exams, a term paper, and a set of discussions. Everyone, I will try to get a video message out like this every week, over the weekend, going out Sunday evening, Monday morning generally. And I may from time to time try to record a message midweek with regard to ongoing events. So watch for all that in your inbox. You're going to get a succession of messages in your inbox this morning, Monday morning, the 21st. So take at least a brief look at all of those. Some of them are lengthier. Read those as closely as you can. Take a look at all of it. You'll be getting a series of messages, 10 or 15 of them, to kick off the term. Everyone, exams are going to be coming up every couple of weeks, every 10, 11, 12 to 14 days. I believe on the syllabus we've got them for September 6th, the 18th, the 30th, and October 13th. Each one of those will cover 2 units, so there's a total of 8 units in the course. The exams will be in the objective format, a combination of true, false, and multiple choice, mostly true, false. When you go to the modules page of the course website, you will see my class notes posted for each of the 8 units. The exams will be based largely on the class notes. There is a textbook assignment for each unit, which I hope you will read through. I generally treat the textbook as supplementary to the class notes. In addition to the class notes, there will be assigned readings for each of the exam. 3 or 4 articles which you are to access online. And there will be links to these in the message that I will send out announcing each exam. Everybody, please note this well. You should never have to pay for access to any of these readings. Some of them will come from newspapers such as the New York Times and Washington Post, and I understand their policy is to let everyone have access to at least a handful of articles every month before the paywall comes up. If you violated that limit, you would run into a paywall, but I don't expect you will. If you do, contact me, and I will see to it that you get the text of that article. Our library subscribes to the Wall Street Journal, and I'm sending you instructions on how to access a Wall Street Journal article through the McKee Library website, where you will log into OPSU's institutional subscription to the Wall Street Journal. So everything will come either from websites that are free of charge or from sites that allow a limited number of page views every month before their paywall comes up. If you run up against a paywall, contact me, and I will endeavor to get the text of any article from which you may be blocked. I'll try to get that to you. All right, so 50 items on each exam, largely coming from the class notes, but 10 or 15 of them will come from these assigned readings. So there will be 4 of those over the course of the term, plus a term paper and a set of discussions. All right, everybody, any problems, questions, or issues with any of that, please contact me. You can contact me through the course website, or you can contact me by university email at david.cole@opsu.edu. Now, the first exam will cover Units 1 and 2. Unit 2 is over political parties and pressure groups, and I'll have more to say about that in our message next week. Unit 1 is called Political Participation, and it is largely about elections and voting. But we start out with some comments about the course in general and the concept of democracy. We move on to discuss different ways in which you can participate. To vote is a very important way of participating, of course, because that's how elected officials are chosen. But by itself, it's a rather passive way of taking part, and one can always take the attitude that one's vote is nothing but a drop in the bucket. Not an attitude I encourage you to take. But beyond that, you could contribute money to a candidate, a party, or a pressure group. You could display a yard sign or a button or a bumper sticker. You could attend public meetings, all the way to running for public office yourself. Now, all of that we would describe as conventional ways of participating. You could then, on top of that, if you felt that that wasn't adequate, you might be moved to take part in an unconventional way, by which we mean, by and large, protest behavior, which could be either violent or nonviolent. Most protesters intend, I believe, that their protests be nonviolent, but feelings may be running high enough that violence occurs anyway. So we discuss both conventional and unconventional participation among a range of ways in which you can participate and take part in our system. We then move on from there to voting in elections, because that's, of course, very important, because it's how elected officials get chosen. Now, we want to discuss why voters vote the way they do, what might prompt them to vote for the Republicans or the Democrats, for Trump or for Biden or whoever the candidates might be. Before that, though, we need to recognize there's a problem we need to discuss before that, and the issue consists of the fact that many people vote, but many others do not. And it turns out those who vote may not be exactly the same kind of people as those who do not. So that raises the question of whose voices are being heard and whose are not in our system. We call that the problem of turnout. Once we address turnout, then there's the matter of vote choice for the Republicans or the Democrats, etc., etc., etc. But before you can make that choice, you have to decide you are going to turn out and vote whichever way you intend to vote, one way or the other. You have to turn out first. So there's 2 issues here, turnout and vote choice, and we discuss those in order. Pay close attention to the distinction between the 2. First, there's the issue of turnout, and then vote choice. All right, that's one of 2 units we'll be covering in the first exam on September 6th. The second unit is over political parties and pressure groups, and we'll have something to say about that about this time next week. In the meantime, study hard, take it easy. I should say the exams come up at the rate of about once every 2 weeks. We're going to run up against the Labor Day holiday if we try to have an exam exactly 2 weeks from the 21st. So we will come back from Labor Day, take 1 day on Tuesday the 5th before we have the exam on Wednesday the 6th. So that's our plans for exam 1. Now, well, as I was saying, study hard, take it easy. Contact me with any problems, issues, or questions through the course website or at david.cole@opsu.edu. And we'll be talking to you maybe the middle of the week, and for sure about a week from now at this time.